Hey guys, it's Dr. Philip Oob. I want to talk to you about fibromyalgia. There's a lot of people out there that have fibromyalgia or are worried they have fibromyalgia, and it's kind of a stigma in conventional medicine that fibromyalgia may not be a real disease. I hear from people and friends all the time that, oh, so-and-so's got fibromyalgia. They're just kind of grumpy, or they don't know what's wrong with them. They're just depressed or something. But I want to tell you that fibromyalgia is a very real disease, and conventional medicine doesn't really understand it. I want to go through first a few symptoms of fibromyalgia, and then I'll help you explain, or I will explain, what the functional medicine reasoning for fibromyalgia is, and hopefully it'll make more sense. So I pulled up this image from Google, really quick Google. It goes over some of the symptoms of fibromyalgia. Things like fatigue, sleep disturbances, cognitive problems, memory problems, headaches, dizziness, pain in muscles. Pain is the big component. Skin problems, joint pain, stiffness, urinary problems, restless leg syndrome, paired tender points, jaw pain, problems with vision. If there's anything you hear in that list, it's basically that the whole system is dysfunctional. The prominent symptom may be muscle pain or joint pain, but what most conventional medicine doctors are missing is that this is a systemic disease. Something is wrong with the system that's causing the pain. So what is it? From a functional medicine perspective, not that we know everything, but so far the functional medicine perspective is that you have a mitochondria dysfunction. You may not have ever heard of a mitochondria, so there's one. A mitochondria is inside your cell. There's hundreds of mitochondria in certain cells like liver and heart cells and things. And these mitochondria, if you may remember from high school biology, are the little bitty batteries in your cell, and these guys are the things that produce energy in your cell. They have their own DNA, they have their own cell walls, and in fact they have a double cell wall, and that's what they use to make energy. It's false to think that you eat food and food just automatically turns into energy. We are not cars. You do not put gas in us and we just convert it into energy. And in fact, an engine isn't that simple either. I don't know how they work. But the idea is that when you eat food, your body must convert it into energy. You must absorb those nutrients. Your nutrients must be packaged by the liver and other organs and then shipped around your body. And then every cell must make its own energy. If that cell cannot make energy, then it becomes dysfunctional. A cell cannot make energy if it cannot detoxify. A simple metaphor for that is if you stick a sock in your exhaust pipe of your car, guess what? Your car is not going to go very far. It's going to start smoking and then it's going to burn up and bad things are going to happen. So a cell that does not detoxify does not make energy. It's no different. This mitochondria lives inside the cell. So if the cell can't get the nutrients out of the bloodstream, or if the cell can't give the mitochondria the nutrients it needs, then it begins to cause dysfunction. Wherever this mitochondria is, or damaged mitochondria, wherever this damaged mitochondria is the organ that gets dysfunctional. Is there anything you recognize in this diagram is that almost every organ is involved. About the only organ that's not involved is like the heart, but I've seen plenty of fibromyalgia people with tachycardia. And then the other one is the liver. You don't really feel liver pain. Some people do, but you don't really feel the liver poorly detoxifying or poorly making nutrients. But when you do some of the advanced lab testing, you can easily pick up some of the liver dysfunctions. So what I want to tell you is that fibromyalgia is a very real disease, and it's primarily a mitochondrial dysfunction. I could talk about that per se for hours, but I want to focus on a few main things. If you have mitochondrial dysfunction, and fibromyalgia is one of the main diseases or syndromes where you have mitochondrial dysfunction, but as we're diving deeper and deeper into the mitochondria, we're actually finding out that almost all symptoms and diseases have a mitochondrial dysfunction component. It just so happens that the fibromyalgia people have mitochondrial dysfunction everywhere in every organ system, and now their muscles hurt. It makes sense if you think about why a person with fibromyalgia's muscles hurt. A muscle is designed to make energy. It's got to contract and make it and move around, and in order to do that, it's got to make energy. Well, if a muscle at rest cannot make enough energy, it's going to show signs of dysfunction. How does a muscle show signs of dysfunction? It hurts. That's what it does. If your brain can't make enough energy because it has mitochondrial dysfunction, what is it going to cause? It's going to cause brain fog, depression, anxiety, OCD. Something is wrong with the brain, and on and on and on goes the mitochondrial dysfunction.